playing each other so much is obvious, but there is something to the boring.
The question was, do you want the North Division to continue next season? And I looked on Instagram, and it probably had about 700 responses in probably what was a fairly short period of time. I read through the comments. I stopped at around, I don't know, 15, and all of them were no. No. They were. Go back and read them. The first one says not a chance. The second one says absolutely not. The third one, I think, said boring. I'm like, I think the ratings are up from last season. I think Sportsnet put something out that, 10, 12%. It just seems to, there's no question that they're more eyeballs. But what are your thoughts on moving forward with an all-Canadian division?
I'm against playing the same 6 teams 10 times each or whatever it is.
That's the boring.
Yes, that I totally get. But if it's back to what it was, which I think is 4 times each against divisional teams, and then, you play the rest of the teams in the conference, that's awesome. That's awesome because you're getting 4 games. And there's 3 games left, but that 3-game series against the Jets, the first game of that series, I'm like, oh my God, at least play these guys 9 more times.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a chore, but 4 each, and then you play the rest of the conference.
It wouldn't,
down with that.
Well, and that's just it. Can you kind of mask it? That's what you're saying. You don't have to play just each other only, but you would have to predominantly set it up where it's going to be expensive. There's the time zones, all of them across the country. You know how networks fight over, whether or not Vancouver should have a puck drop locally at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
I mean, it's, 5, 4, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just too expensive, too hard.
The one thing I'll say about it is there is the reason they're playing each other so much is obvious, but there is something to the boring. I still remember a few years ago, the Canucks visited the Leafs and there was a brawl, and they didn't play each other. I think it was for 3 months. For 3 months,
Did you forget about the brawl
at that game? Sorry,
and you forgot about the brawl.
No one forgot about it. Everyone knew as soon as that puck drops, it's going to be Matt Martin versus Erica Branson, I think it was at the time. And they did. And they went. And everyone was watching that game. Oh, last year, the Battle of Alberta, the first game against Matthew Tkachuk after all that nonsense. You knew it was time. You knew what time it was. And it was appointment viewing. But to start a problem and then end it in the same week, I do think takes a lot of the drama out of it. I haven't minded the division, but I know it's not long for this world. There's no way they do it again.